Hi everyone, we're going to look at the final project that you have for this semester. You are to use a partner, the partner that was provided for you at the beginning of the semester. You guys are to work together in order to get this assignment completed. Your assignment is to choose a particular genetic disease, which is provided for you on page 5 or 6, that has or is affecting a number of individuals around the world. You are to use the library, the internet to help with finding journals, and of course your textbook can help you as well, or any textbooks that you may find, or maybe a friend may have in order to help complete this particular project. You are to present your findings in two formats: a written form and a PowerPoint or Prezi presentation that needs to be presented to me at the end of the semester. So remember, two parts. Now, when we look at the diseases, we know that it is a homeostatic imbalance. We already know that already. Or it may be something dealing with genes. With our DNA, either a mutation or the replication did not occur properly. So hopefully by this time, going through the first few chapters or so on genetics, DNA, having a good example that things do occur during replication and meiosis, mitosis, such as mutations that can occur. Okay, so this is just taking it a step further. So your paper, part 1 of your project, you'll have an introduction where you talk about the disease. Give us a brief, not a brief, but give us a description about the disease. Then you'll find statistics. There you can go to the, I think it is the CDC for that information, if it is there. If not, you'll have to pull up journal articles to help you find statistics or case studies on the particular disease that you're looking for or that you've selected. Then we look for signs and symptoms that can occur if someone has it. We have causes. What can cause this particular disease? I need you to go into details. We're looking at the physiological details. Don't say smoking can cause the disease. No, I need in-depth information, such as on the cellular level, because this is anatomy and physiology. We need to get in a bit more details, a bit more specific. Okay. Then we have the prevention. List as many as you can, well, not list, but explain. Once you find the prevention, you need to be able to explain it. How is the procedure done in order to prevent this particular disease? The type of medicine that may be taken. If it is medicine, then you need to make sure you tell a little bit about the medicine. I'm going to say Xanax. Okay, what is Xanax? What is it there for? How does it help on the cellular level? Then we have, how's it diagnosed? The different procedures that are used to diagnose the individual. Once you've listed it or just mentioned it, you need to make sure you provide an explanation about the procedure. What's done? For example, if there's an x-ray that needs to be done, fine, an MRI, x-ray needs to be conducted. This is how it's conducted. Go into details about it. And the complications, what complications can that may develop if a person is suffering from the particular disease. Get that out. Or if they engage in any type of activity, what can happen? Okay, so all these explanations need to be done thinking about on a physiological cellular level. Treatment options. What treatments do they have out there for them? If it's medication, okay, take medication. If it's some type of physical activity that can be done, we don't know. But what are some options that they have? Then a prognosis. Describe the typical outcome of the disease. Include the causes of complete recovery, and if there is any permanent loss of function or possibility of death. Okay, so that's what we're looking for in your written. Then you have to have a summary of your articles. You need to get 2 articles pertaining to that particular disease. So for this one, I have an example of Alzheimer's disease. All right, get, if you're that interested in Alzheimer's disease, get 2 articles related to Alzheimer's disease and its relationship to concussions. There should be a lot of articles, should be enough articles, should be more than 2 articles for you to choose from for your particular um, topic. So don't do 2 different articles and to do 2 different things like Alzheimer's and balance. If you're dealing with Alzheimer's and concussions, get me 2 articles dealing with Alzheimer's and concussions. The research may be different, but the main objective is the same. Okay. I have here 2011, but I'm changing that to 2006 to 2016 to present. Okay. Now that's your paper. It should be at least 5 to 7 pages in length. If it goes over, that's fine. Once it's not 20, 30 pages, but 7 to 10. If you go to 10, that's fine. But 5 to 7 pages is good. Single spaced, Arial would be great. Please make sure you use the proper grammar. Make sure you watch your punctuations. Spelling is very important. So make sure you use spell check. Bibliography is very important. You need to make sure you put a bibliography or your reference page. I do have a reference page on your template, but make sure you do it correctly. You will get a 0 if your references are not listed properly. I might give you 1 point for putting your articles there, but if they're not formatted properly, you'll get a 0. Here's the access to your articles. Okay, this is via your Lawson State home page. Make sure you utilize that campus library because you have access to a number of articles that are free. They will be free through your Lawson State homepage or Lawson State library. If you go through Google or somebody else, it will not be free. So make sure you utilize it, please. Then the second part is your visual presentation. You are to ensure that you have a second part. There have been people in the past that have just submitted a written, and they were just scored or graded for their written part and a 0 for this second part. It has to be completed. Now for this, you'll just use approximately 1 to 11 slides. The first slide is a nice title page. You can put a picture on it of an individual suffering from that disease, but be creative with it. You can use either PowerPoint or Prezi. Those who are familiar with Prezi, go ahead and use it. PowerPoint, use whatever is convenient for you, but I need to hear you and see your work. Through PowerPoint, I believe if you did the start here key or unit 1, there should be some videos on PowerPoint and Prezi and how to utilize them. You can record, do audio in PowerPoint. So for those who are not familiar, go to Google and do audio through PowerPoint. It's very easy, and it's very easy to do. But if you're not, then you can use Screencast, which is another option to complete this assignment. But I need to hear you and see. Please get those 2 done. Don't just send me a PowerPoint. I need to hear you speaking, okay? So make sure you have at least 1 to 11 slides. First slide deals with the title page, talking about the disease, your name, the class code, the teacher, the instructor. That stuff needs to be on that title page. So basically what it is on your template, you can copy and paste it and put it on that first slide. It's the easiest thing to do. And then you can just rearrange it anywhere you want to, however you want to on that first slide. Put some color, pictures. I love pictures. Pictures tells 1,000 words. So go ahead and do that. Then your remaining slides, 2 to 11, will have the information that you found. You can set it up however you would like, based on the categories that were selected at here. Your stats, your symptoms, causes, that's fine. That might be a little bit easier. Let me scroll down, get down, get down. Okay, here we go. But go ahead and do it. But I need to get some information based off what you found. Okay. Formatting. Please use Arial. I don't like anything else besides Arial. Check your font size. Make sure I do have a minimum of 32, but I'm gonna have to change that. Could be 12. 12 is fine. 12 or a little bit larger. But each slide is gonna need a title. If you have prognosis, if you're doing it based on the categories selected up top for your written, make sure you have prognosis for each slide if you have more than one slide. You can use bullets. Do not use PowerPoint. Don't use paragraphs. Just simple sentences, complete. Just use, you can use a picture and you can talk about that picture. You can have a graph. You may have put together a graph, which is fine. Put together that graph and talk about that graph. You can also use one-liners and then talk about it. Okay. Make sure you have a nice background. Background is good. When you use your background, make sure that it doesn't stand out too much. Make sure you fade it very low so that we can, or I can, see the words that you have on your paper. I've had some people put beautiful backgrounds, but then I can't see your words. So be careful with your backgrounds. Be careful with how you the color of your text. If you have a navy blue background, you cannot or should not put navy blue or black words. It has to be contrasting colors. So if a blue background, you need to have yellow text, white text, all those bright colors that will pop, but then you don't want too much. So fade it very nicely so that I can still see. If you can't see it properly, I can't see it properly. Of course, as I said, add pictures. You can add some pictures, which is fine. The pictures that you use, I have not as backgrounds, but if you're talking about a particular disease or a particular individual, don't put it as a background. Put it as the main picture on the screen, okay? Which is good. Of course, I need to hear you, so get that verbal presentation going. Make sure you speak clearly, not too fast, articulate, not too loud, which is fine. If your microphone is not working correctly and you need to speak loud in order to get the presentation off, that's fine. Make sure you explain the visuals. So if you have a picture there, make sure you explain why do you have that picture there. Okay. And be thorough. If you're going to use your visuals, a picture in the presentation, please make sure you have your a bibliography. Where did you get a site? It could be a website. Get that web page and put it right underneath the photo in a very small font. It could be a 10, a 9, no, maybe a little bit 8, between 8 and 10 font, which is fine. But have something there as well. Okay. This is your final project. Do not forget, you have to work with your partner. If your partner drops the class, I will check on that, or whoever has this class should check on it. But communicate with your instructor if your partner is not working with you. Do not wait until the date of the date of the day that the assignment is due. Start communicating within the first week. If your partner has not communicated within the first 2-3 weeks of the semester, contact them, contact me. I mean, yeah, contact me or your instructor. You can CC your instructor that yes, I have been communicating with them, but I have not received any information. They have not communicated, and the instructor should be able to give you feedback on yes, okay, go ahead and work with another person, or you can work by yourself, um, as well as see what the other person's doing. They may have dropped the class. There may be some type of illness occurring. But communicate with us early so we can help rectify this problem. You need to work by yourself for this because your partner is not around, then do so. But communicate early. I want to pull up. Here is not that one. Yes. Okay. Okay, let's cancel that. I'm trying to get to my rubrics. My rubrics. This project is a total of 200 points. 200 points. And here is the breakdown. You'll find this in the grading rubric area in Blackboard. Your title page, yes, you are getting graded for that. Your introduction, then the main content of the project, your statistics and everything else. Everything else is graded. Then we have your bibliography. Make sure that you did use the template because I have individuals that do not use a template. Use a template. If you don't use it, you're getting 10 points off. There is reason behind it. Use the template. Make sure you have your mechanics and the formatting right, correct. I do need to add in one more thing. So it will change here. Nope, not that. It will change slightly. I need to add in your summary, your article summary. So the point value may or may not change a little bit, but just that you know, it will change. And then you're getting graded in your presentation. 20 points for doing the project. Doing the visual, you have 10 points for visuals if you have visuals, so make sure you add visuals. Something, some type of visual aid. Make sure you have references for each of your aids, which is 10 points. I mean, 5 points for that if you have it. If you put a picture, you better put a reference. Then you have 25 points or so. I might change these point values because I need to add something up here, and I don't want to change the total. And then your reference slides. You must include a reference slide. When you leave here and you go to a university, you have to have a reference slide. You have to have references for each of the visual aids that you use. Trying to prepare you guys for the next level, okay? It is very detailed, so you'll have to start early. All right, here is your template. I provided a template for you. Please utilize this template, your introduction, your statistics, your symptoms. Everything's here. So make use of it, please. Okay, your causes, everything is set up for you. All you have to do is input the information. And then summary of your 2 research articles. And then you have your references. So yes, while you're typing, things are going to shift down. But you know the objective. Put the information in. You know where a lot of the things are. Make sure you save this to your computer, your flash drive, so you have it. Okay? That is the end of our video for our final project. Please start early. Communicate with your partner. If they don't communicate with you within a 2-3 week period, contact your instructor. There's also an evaluation sheet. Let me look for that. Hold on one second. Let me look for that. Here it is. Here is your evaluation sheet. So you are to submit in an evaluation sheet for your group. You'll put your name, and here you'll put your group member, which is just one other person here, and you will grade them on it based on a score level of 1 to 4. And I'll total it up Well, you can total it up, which is fine, and give me feedback on your team dynamics. How well did you guys work with each other? And those points will be added into your grading score. So that's another thing I'm going to add into the rubrics as well. Okay. Group participation or peer evaluation. All right. So please work ahead. If you have any questions, email the instructor. If it's something else about your partner, email. If it's about the project itself, put it in Blackboard in the question and answer area so that just in case the instructor cannot get to it on time, a student may be able to communicate with you about it and help you until the instructor sees the gets into Blackboard and views the question and answer period. Because a lot of times we can view it maybe once in the morning, once in the evening. It all depends on our schedule, but we're going to view it. All depends on what's going on that particular day. All right, so good luck, and please do not procrastinate. There's time to get everything done. All right, good luck.